Hi, welcome. My name is Dallas, and welcome to Unfiltered and Unbothered. This is literally episode 2. I did a little short there. I was trying to figure out how to post. Anyways, very, very new to this. If you actually watched my first video, very new, I only got like 23 views on it, which is okay because you know what? We're going to make a lot of mistakes, and I'm very comfortable with that right now. I need to get used to the camera. Let me figure out my setup. Don't mind the background. This is going to change. It's where my computer is right now. And reason why I am here is because I honestly, to tell you the truth, I had a nap. It was a busy weekend. And I woke up and I felt bad. I'm like, I have to commit 18 minutes to this because every day, 18 minutes, I'm going to get better with the talking. I'm going to get better with the camera. I'm going to get less nervous. Now, why do I want to do public speaking or YouTube for that matter, or even social media if I'm absolutely petrified of it? That's the whole purpose, is to overcome that fear. And I want to be able to speak in a room full of people and feel a lot more confident than what I am in this moment. Now, how do I get there? Well, I'm not going to get here not doing anything, okay? I'll tell you a story. So there's two things that have happened in my life. Well, not two things. There's a few things that have happened in my life where has put me on a different path other than wanting to follow my dreams, the things that I wanted to do. Like I really liked plays, I really liked drama, I really liked choir, I loved singing when I was in school. But that all changed under a few incidents. So let me tell you what happened to me in grade 4. So in grade 4, I was in a play and I was Santa Claus. Sounds fun, hey? We're just running around, good old 8 years old, and having a good time. I practiced and practiced and practiced. Every chance that I get, I was like saying my lines at the dinner table. I was telling my mom to listen to me. I was making sure that my sisters were my audience. And then the big day happens. And then what happens on that day? I literally freeze. All I remember hearing in the background was that grandma got ran over by a reindeer. I don't remember anything. I don't remember my lines. I froze. And then people started laughing. Not because like I was embarrassing, but to them it was cute. There's this little kid on the stage and she doesn't know what she's doing. And so somebody had to pipe up and help me with my lines, and then they got me going back on the right track. But I literally had 2 sentences. Like I was mortified. I was so unhappy with myself, so embarrassed that I swore, I'm like, no, I'm never going to do this again. I don't like Christmas concerts. I don't like any of it. And that's the unfortunate thing. So we're going to fast forward till when I was in grade 9. Now, grade 9, I tried it again. How about we get into a play? So I literally auditioned, and we're in a small town in the Yukon. And this little town must have been at this school watching these auditions, and there's me singing in this room full of people, no care in the world, literally just giving it my all. I get a part in the school play, and I'm one of the sisters because we are doing The Little Mermaid. Well, if that wasn't good enough, I have siblings, and they made sure that I knew how dumb my idea was. They bugged me all the time. And at that time, I didn't realize that these little things would steer me in another direction of not having the confidence to honestly talk in front of people or have the confidence to honestly continue on that path, because I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. But we don't know that. We don't know that these are going to like cause past little traumas in our life. So needless to say, I gave up the whole public speaking. I gave up the whole acting. I gave up the whole drama and the choir. And I just went down a different path. Okay. So fast forward to 44. Now that I'm a mom of 2 and I want to do this. And the reason why I'm inspired to do this type of work is because of my dad. Now my dad, he was a news broadcaster. He liked to do sports commentating or sports commentator, and he was so good, like so confident, so knew he spoke very fluently. I am the opposite. And why I'm doing this is because, well, I'm going to make as many mistakes as possible and I'm going to learn from them. I'm speaking is going to get better. Pardon me, there's my dog in the background, but everything's going to get better. And that is the best part because I honestly felt bad for not doing this. So, that being said, in my first clip, I had spoke about my recovery. Okay, spent some time in addiction. Um, yeah, we're out of it though. We're good, moving forward in life, and now I want to go on a path where I'm able to help others and do this. And now I have to sneeze. I'm so sorry. Like I said, unfiltered and unbothered. Okay, we're moving on. We're going to make all the mistakes that we can. I hope you're still with me. Anyways, so we want to help people and we want people to come on our show or my show, and I want to talk to you. I want to learn how to do stuff. I want to learn how, the way that you live your life might actually really influence me to change some things in my life, or vice versa. I want to learn how to cook better. I want to learn how to be a better parent. I want to learn how to just be a better employee. Like, what type of jobs are out there for kids these days that can't go to school, like can't afford post-secondary? I want it to be a resource center. I want everybody to feel comfortable speaking their truths. I want everybody to feel comfortable on a platform where they're able to talk and share their stories without judgment. And that is the purpose of it, because obviously, if you're going to, and I haven't had any judgment whatsoever, I've had very positive comments, so thank you very much. But I want to keep that going. Don't mind the shirt. It's worn Zeter. I forgot I was wearing it. We're a hot little mess here on Sunday. So, yeah, that's that. So, episode 3, and it's a flop. And, well, what do I got going on? Okay, I just downloaded DaVinci Resolve, and we're going to learn how to edit on here. I'm not going to go to another editing. We're just going to do it on here. I heard it was really good, and we're going to figure this out, because what I need to also do, I would like to share some screens with you guys too, because not every day I'm going to have somebody on here talking with me. I'm going to be the one who's going to do most of the talking, and I'm going to invite people coming onto my show. Give it time. I'm going to give my limit. My goal is 15 days starting today. And then at that 15 days, I have to be way better than what I am now, because I'm committing to this. All I'm committing to is 18 minutes talking to the phone, figuring how this works with me, what is comfortable, where I need to sit, and how it needs to function. Then I'm going to spend 18 minutes uploading my videos onto the editor, learning how to edit, learning how transitions work, learning if I need to do any clips. It's 18 minutes. 18 minutes also on SEO, hashtags, my descriptions, also my link that I need to get up there. There's a lot of components in starting a YouTube channel, and that's just not being confident. And the best thing that makes me feel better about all of this is that I literally watched a creator who has millions of followers now, and he showed his first video. I needed to see that yesterday, and let me tell you, his first video is my first video. His first video is my second and my third video. But how he speaks now, you would never know that is not how it started. And it's absolutely amazing, because this is what happens when we practice and stay consistent. So my channel is going to be more of a learning, telling my story, people telling their stories, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to be going downtown. I'm going to be interviewing people just off the streets, just see how, what's life, what fancies you? What is one thing that brings joy to your life? Everybody stresses about everything. Life is not really as happy as it should be. And it is destroying you don't have, what do I say? So what I'm trying to say, sorry, is that we are literally slowly shortening our lifespan if we're always constantly stressed out. So what do we need to change in our own life to make it more happier, where we're able to, you know, our day is our oyster. Like seriously, we are in control of our day. So whatever that looks like to you, to where there's a tip or there's a saying, like it has to come, you have to follow through with all of it. And what does that look like? Okay, so that's where I am. I'm all about self-help, and I want to get better, and I want to thrive, and I'm not going to be doing that napping on my couch. That's a true story. But sometimes your body puts up a wall, and it's like you are tired, you need to shut it down, and you need to just rest. And that's also good because your body is telling you, like, enough. It's always good to listen to your body. When you're hungry, when you're exhausted, when you're like getting headaches, you're like, you need to remove yourself from the situation and get yourself in a better scenario. I had a friend tell me, because I was getting headaches at work, he's like, that's your body telling you that maybe work might not be healthy. I'm like, fair. But at the same time, we all have to pay our bills, and we all have to survive, and we all have to provide for our family. So sometimes we don't have the options to leave. But how can we make it better? So if you don't have the option to leave, like, I'm not saying pack up and quit your job and say fuck it. No, I'm saying, what is it that we can do to change the routine of our day to make it more enjoyable, not just for ourselves, but also for our family? And I would love somebody, if anybody wanted to leave a comment on some of the things that they do for their self-care to get you to that point, because a lot of us, myself included, I neglect to do self-care, and self-care is something that you should do every day, even if it's journaling, reading a book, meditating. I can't meditate. It's not that I can't. The only few times that I've tried, I cannot get out of my head. So that's something that takes like immense practice, is learning how to meditate and learning how to be very comfortable in your own mind. I think it's absolutely fascinating when people say that they do that, because that is a lot of, to me, it's a lot of training, if that makes sense. So how do we start? So right now you have a mother in recovery, 2 beautiful children. I work full time, doing this on the side. It is right now almost 11:30, and we're winging it, okay? And that's the fun thing. If you want real, this is real, and it's not going to be awesome at the beginning. I promise you that. It's going to be a lot of learning. But if you want to start a YouTube channel, I promise you, just start it, okay? Just start it. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Like someone once said, the niche will never ever be oversaturated. Like you'll never have an oversaturated niche. So whatever niche you want to get into, write it down, do it. I remember I was learning how to make candles at the beginning of this year. Sorry, I was learning how to make candles at the beginning of the year. And you know how many people make candles? A ton. And it's like, how am I going to do this? Like everyone's doing this for some odd reason. I'm seeing everybody on social media making candles, and there's me in my kitchen just winging it. And how am I going to actually make an income? You want to know how I would have made an income? If I stayed consistent with it. That's the moral of the story, is that you stay consistent with everything that you do. I was learning how to make soap. Trust me, my family will never ever go out without soap. But it's fun learning some things and learning how to expand your knowledge and getting outside that bubble, because for a very long time, I personally did not want to do certain things because I didn't think it would be perfect or it wouldn't be good enough. But that's the whole purpose of just trying, is because it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be overnight, overnight success. Absolutely not. I'm wearing no makeup. I have literally worn ziter on my shirt. My hair's a mess. We are literally in the raw, and this is what I need to do, because if I can get comfortable like this, I will be comfortable with makeup on. If I get comfortable with like this, I will get comfortable when I'm like ready, okay? It's going to be good. Right now, my focus is overcoming my fear of talking into a camera staying focused, which we are stumbling a bit, but it is better than my last video because we are talking longer. So now we just got to keep it going. So little tips that I have to do for myself, like maybe for next time, I need a cue card. I need a script. I need something to keep me on point. I noticed this when I was doing our podcast with my cousin, is that I would get very intimidated by the way he spoke, but he was so fluent. Oh, I could just listen to him all day. I would just memorize. I'm like, you talk so well. Like, it is absolutely like inspiring how well he talks, to where sometimes I would get sidetracked because I was in my own head. I'm like, I don't know if I can keep up to you, but I loved it. And I know Tim will come back 100%, my cousin Timmy. Well, absolutely. So when that happens, it will be a good time. It'll be fun. And it's just staying consistent. So right now I'm on TikTok. I talk about recovery. I talk about court. I talk about, taking care of yourself. Post little reels. Reels was a huge stepping point for me because I was never actually ever on social media. Social media would only stem to Facebook. Okay, everybody has Facebook, and I hardly ever posted on Facebook. So now that we're posting reels on there, it's getting me a little more comfortable with this. And the more I do this, the better it will be. Okay. So that, I think I rambled enough today. Tomorrow we're going to do a script. Tomorrow I will rearrange the setting on how I need it to look. Once again, it will always be changing until we get it to the point where we like it, and then it will stay. And then we'll probably change it a little bit down the road. But right now, we're just improvising. Oh my goodness. Yes. We're just making things work, okay? If this is something that you want to even be a part of, please stick around. If it's something you're not, come back, okay? Give me a month and come back. And if this is something that you want to come on and maybe tell your story, maybe you want to talk about your recovery or talk about your job, whatever it might be, give us some tips on whatever it might is, okay? I am all ears. So leave a comment, hit that subscribe button, hit a like, that my son would say, and we will see you tomorrow, okay? Have a good night and be kind.